What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my studio. So it seems like we got some more insane, yet hopefully potential updates on what the potential story might end up looking like in the upcoming Power Rangers reboot. I've done stories on this ever since last week about Peyton Lee being the official Red Ranger, the leaks of the story, and the names being confirmed, but unfortunately not. So, according to Jinzaku and the fan club, shout outs to y'all, we actually got some more information on new potential names from the early draft of the leaks. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into this right quick, and I'm going to tell you my overall thoughts on this as well. Rumors surrounding the upcoming Power Rangers series on Disney Plus are swirling, fueled by script leaks from Jinzaku. According to these unconfirmed reports, the series might feature a team with classic MMPR color scheme: red, blue, black, pink, and yellow, but can promise of entirely new characters with potential names like Jackson, Bree, Tyler, JoJo, and Lizzie. While the Red Ranger is currently written as male, casting calls reportedly remain open to all genders. The powers, according to the league, are passed down from a previous Ranger team, potentially even the original MMPR team, suggesting a soft reboot where the extent of past Rangers is largely forgotten. Furthermore, the series is rumored to feature a female villain deemed too dangerous, and will seemingly return to high school setting typical of Power Rangers origin story. Now, to me, the part that really got me interesting is the names. Like Jackson, it kind of sounds like Jason, the original Red Ranger. Jackson, Jason, when you think about it. Now, Tyler, on the other hand, I feel like sounds more like a Billy type, you know, and JoJo sounds like a Zach type. Bree sounds more like a Kimberly type, and Lizzie sounds like a Trini type. Because if you're doing an MMPR reboot, I would say do new characters, not remake of the original characters that we know from back in the day. But basically, the Boom Studio Comics did it way better, in my honest opinion. So I will advise y'all to go check it out. So the part that really got me really interested in this is where it says the powers are the powers are passed down from previous Ranger team. So that pretty much sounds like MMPR when you think about it, because if you just gotta pass down the powers from different Ranger teams from the previous era, that's kind of confusing. You know, you want to make sure you give the team a theme, a dinosaur theme, which sounds like an MMPR team. It makes a lot of sense if you do stuff like that, you know, with new characters, but continue on with the MMPR story. You know, that could also work at the same time with a male Red Ranger leading the team. You know, even though it's still going on with the casting calls and stuff like that, it's passed on from all genders. Anybody can be Red Ranger, but do it right. You know what I'm saying? And I already know Justin and somebody else is going to go crazy. They're still confident that Peyton is still going to be our official Red Ranger. A female Red Ranger is going to be official. We really don't know yet. We really don't know yet until all of this is confirmed. So you could just take all of this with a grain of salt. You know, nothing about this is pretty much confirmed at this point. So I already know what people on social media are gonna pretty much eat up everything Jinzaku and Legacy of Nerd or the fan club say, even though most of it are true, but the leaks are pretty much a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds pretty cool, and I like the concept of it. Of a man jogging, all of a sudden these mystery creatures with future tech looking things came out and just have him disappear, and the screen goes black and the title Power Rangers comes up. That right there sounds like your typical streaming TV show, kind of like how the MCU does, but If they do it right, then yeah, Power Rangers could end up being up there as the best soft reboot TV show that's ever written. And so what I also want to see in the reboot is the Megazord battles. I don't want to see like them, well, they're gonna probably do it like every once in a while, but not all the way to the point where there's no point of bringing in the Zords if you're not gonna show any Transformer slash robot action that is, that Power Rangers is famously known for. If you do stuff like that, then I think it'll be Power Rangers again. Don't do what 2017 did. Focus too much on the characters with little to no Ranger action, no martial arts action, and the lack of Megazord combinations, and pretty much make the Zords more faithful of the classics, but better in my opinion. So that's just my thoughts on it. What's your thoughts on this, man? Let me know.